Welcome to Fundamental Journalism Skills Photography Part 1. We're going to talk about basic elements of photography composition in this lesson. And on the website, there is a nice vocabulary list there for you, highlighting all of the composition elements we will go through today in the video. After the vocabulary list, there is a quiz for you as well on basic photographic composition, which I'd like you to take after watching this video. We're going to talk about rule of thirds, framing, leading lines, filling the frame, creative angles, repetition of shapes, balance, action and reaction, and take a look at some environmental portrait shots as well in today's video lesson. Again, afterwards, there's a photographic composition quiz at the bottom. We're going to start by taking a look at photographs taken by RJ Media staffers over the years and the basic fundamental building block of photo composition, the rule of thirds. Dividing the frame into thirds both horizontally and vertically, it allows the photographer to place the subject on intersecting lines, in this case the top left. Framing. Framing our center of visual interest using the foreground and background technique, in this case blurred in the foreground so that we can see Jesus's eyes in the background. Leading lines, objects or lines in the photo that lead us to the center of visual interest. Filling the frame. I don't mind that I can't see the entire guitar player here, the back of his head, or even the background. I can see the emotion and concentration on his face as well as the guitar. Move up and fill the frame. Creative angles. We all see the world in the same strike zone, so get down, get up, get around, and let us see the world in a different way. This is a great low angle shot here. Repetition of shapes. The repetition of hands being held here is broken by the last hand at the end, which is sometimes the most powerful way to show repetition of shapes, is by one incongruent shape. Love this shot outside in the hallway in Senior Hall. The crucifix is the center of visual interest, but balanced by the students on the bottom right, large and small images balancing out. Action and reaction. This shot is great of Mr. Pantoja, but even better because of the reaction of the folks in the background, reacting to the crowd or to Mr. Pantoja, to what he's saying. Sports photography offers a great opportunity for action. We have the puck, we have the concentration, we have the eyes on goal, a great action shot here. But just as important is reaction. Don't turn that camera off after the goal's been scored. This is an award-winning sports reaction photo here. Love it. Let's take a look at some other award-winning photographs from the National Scholastic Press Association. These are photos of the year, and we can see the elements being used here. We saw a good framing shot, filling the frame, close-ups, great reaction shot here, action and reaction, rule of thirds, background, action shot, capturing the moment. Great framing shot here, as well as leading lines, sports action photography. So much can be told with one photo. Creative angles, action and reaction. Categories for each of these photos for photograph of the year. Repetition of shapes. And then I want to talk about environmental portraits. Portraits of a subject in their usual environment. Here's some great examples of award-winning environmental portraits taken by high school media students. Helps to tell a powerful story by putting the subject in their surroundings. Great environmental portraits here. And you can see the basic composition elements being used in each of these. Now let's turn our attention to the New York Times photo blog and take a look at some of the shots. Themed families around the world. Low angle, repetition of shapes and leading lines, action shot, rule of thirds used there, repetition of shapes with a low angle here. Wonderful photography that tells powerful stories using the basic elements of composition. Thank you for joining me on the first Fundamental Journalism Skills video lesson, Photography Part 1. Go ahead and go back to the site and take the Photography Composition quiz, and then I'll see you for Photography Part 2.